Friday. Before I get into the talk today, I want to remind you to check out my Real America's Voice show called Faith and Freedom. This Sunday, I have, drum roll please, Ted Nugent, Clay Clark, and Dr. Jason Dean. You are not going to want to miss the show. Wow, this has been a good week. And I'm going to tell you why. The other reason this has been a good week. First, I want to welcome everybody. I love watching and reading where you're listening or watching from. So in the comment section, please write the city and or country. We've had people from all over the world watching, and I really love that. That's one good thing about what's been going on the past few years is everybody knows what Zoom is, everybody knows what Facebook is, and we have the opportunity to have conversations like these. However, I'm very limited as to what I say. I am shadow banned on every platform, even banned on Twitter. Yes, me. And yes, I know your first question is going to be, well, did you talk to Elon? No, I didn't talk to Elon, but I have appealed many, many times, and Elon's not listening. So I am still banned, permanently suspended on Twitter. I even got recently, like a couple weeks ago, the last time I appealed, they sent me another notification back saying, "No, it's closed. Stop asking." But I get no reason as to why I was banned in the first place. I think, however, it was a few things. Number one, during the last couple of years, I talked more and more about healthy lifestyle and healthy living. I've been a group fitness instructor for 40 years, like a long time. And I just wrote a book, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, but I want to share how to be healthier with you, especially nobody wants to go to the doctor these days, right? And I think that led to it, me speaking out about alternative health means and also my conservative viewpoint. But mostly, I think it's because of my faith. I think they're going after Christian conservatives. I mean, why am I banned on Twitter and Ted is not? Crazy, huh? All right, I'm going to take a peek, meaning I'm going to put my red glasses on. I have red glasses and pink glasses because but the red will match my flag, right? Oh, hey, Lisa from Lapeer. We talked the other day. Plano, Texas is here. Hey, Regina. Thanks for joining me. I really appreciate you guys. Hey, Rose, how are you? And it was because I'm going to keep this comment up. Thank you, Curtis. I appreciate that. So before I tell you about the super good news, I also want to tell you about something really important. Well, it's all important, right? There is an organization called Switch to America. And the products, whenever I talk to you about products, I have to try them first. I'm not going to ever talk to you about products that haven't been tried and tested. This is American beef that is never raised with hormones or antibiotics. No mRNA. Am I allowed to say that? No mRNA. No no mRNA. I don't know if I can say that. I just did. It's got the never ever label. Never ever label, and it's grass-fed, clean beef. Every cut is USDA prime or high choice, aged 21 days for maximum flavor and tenderness. The reason I'm telling you this is because a friend of mine, Trisha Rodriguez, her brother is David Rodriguez, Nino Rodriguez, the boxing champ. And I've been friends with David. I only met him in person last year. He came to one of Ted's concerts, but we've been conservatives speaking out, patriots about the same types of things, and we walked in the same circles. So we got in touch and we're texting and all that. And he's like, "You got to meet my sister. You sound just like my sister." So he introduced me to his sister Trisha, and we are fast friends, talking almost every day. And she said, "I got to send you some beef." And I'm like, "Wow, I haven't had beef in a long time because we have venison all the time." Send it. I'll see what I'm telling you, both Ted and I were like, this is awesome. So we're getting shipments of this beef in addition to venison because I'm on not just a keto diet, but something, I don't know if there's an official name for this, but BBBE, bacon, butter, beef, and eggs. And this chiropractor that I go to in Texas, I hadn't been to him in a few months since January, and I went to him a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, "What what happened?" He goes, "Oh, I lost 50 pounds since January." And I'm like, "What did you do?" He goes, "BBBE, bacon, beef, butter, and eggs." That's pretty much all he ate. He's really stuck to it. Now, I don't stick to it, but I do a lot better. I used to get migraines. I used to have some other things, bloating, I don't wanna get into too much of it, and I've been eating a lot more beef, and I don't have those problems anymore. So, go to Switch to America with Shemaine. Switch to America. I should have, like, a if somebody could write that in the comment section, I will post it. I should have a little ticker for that. Switch to America with Shemaine for your private VIP tour of the beef aisle. And it's great because you don't have to go shopping. It gets shipped to you. We've had it 3 times. I'm desperately waiting because we went out. We were like, "Oh, we're out of the beef." We get as much venison as we want. But go to Switch to America with Shemaine, and these are humanely treated and pasture-raised cows in open spaces by their own mothers, and this is important. One of the things that I like about venison is that, it gets the chance to run free and roam and eat grass and be natural. Not most cattle USDA, God bless our farmers, but most cattle that if you go to the grocery store and you get beef there, they are they don't have the benefit of going out to pasture all the time. They're sometimes the conditions are not very good. Just like our bodies work better if we exercise, so do theirs. Okay, I'm going to post this. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Switch to America with Shemaine.com. Switch to America with Shemaine. So, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, dude, can you believe my book reached number 1 in 2 different categories on Amazon? I am absolutely, completely blown away. But it tells me, thank you, Sean, it tells me that I'm on the right path and that I'm sharing things with you, information with you that you're interested in. Not only that, but you need to hear. And nobody wants to go to the doctor these days, right? So, in my book, for those of you who don't know, Killer House, I have it in the ticker. It's available now on Amazon. I've spent 20 years living this nightmare. We lost our home that was once featured on MTV Cribs. I got sick and almost died. So did Ted and so did Rocco. They did better than I did because I was in the house more often. And I go through the steps on how we recognized that between the walls, toxic mold was growing. We had no idea. And I was just popping medication, prescription drugs like it was candy. And I do like candy. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Rose. So I shared this daunting story, this terrible tragedy in hopes of turning, lemons into lemonade and sharing it with you so that you don't have to go through the same thing that we did. We lost our home that was once featured on MTV Cribs, and we walked away with just the clothes on our backs and then got rid of those. And I go through all the detail on how you too can recognize that you've been exposed to toxic mold. And I'm going to tell you guys, with confidence, you already have been. Sometime in your life, you have been. There are ways that many of us can be sicker because of a predisposition in our gene pool. So I go through all the different steps so that you can recognize and then remediate your home, not only your body, but your home from toxic mold, and then recover from it. And I'm living proof that the human body has an amazing ability to heal, more energy. And the other side of getting sick and almost dying is that I'm going to block this guy who's telling me to show my, I hope I blocked the right one. Okay, block user. I hope I did. Anyways, the other aspect of getting sick and almost dying is that I learned to have a very important thing that I never had in my life, and that was boundaries. Never ever had boundaries. I used to just sit back and take it when somebody said something negative to me. I had people in my life close to me that just belittled me and made fun of me, and they were cruel. And I've learned to have boundaries. And it was a tough thing, but not only just for the emotional aspect, but for the health aspect. If I go into a building and I smell chemical air freshener, or if I'm at the grocery store, I can't barely can walk down the laundry soap aisle. It's just unbelievable. Anyways, yeah. That's weird that it's a Tamil. Yeah, no. Thank you so much, Ed. I appreciate it. So, all that to say, guys, if you were remotely interested in some of these things that I have had to say over the course of the past years, you've been coming here more often. I put my heart and soul into this book, and I am absolutely 150% positive it will change your life. So pick up a copy today, go to Amazon.com, pick up one for a friend. A lot of times I've talked to people, tried to coach them through steps to help them remediate their bodies, and their families, to help them get well. They just kind of don't want to hear it. So if you just give them a book and take a peek, read this. Maybe that's another way to get to them. And I'd love to get to 3 categories, number 1. So if you have an opportunity, a few minutes to leave a review for the book, I'd appreciate that as well. All right, guys, have an amazing day today. Please share this with somebody you know and love, because you never know who might be going through something that they don't feel well. They have symptoms, and no doctors can help them, like what happened to me and my family. And I don't want to have you or your loved ones go through what I went through. All right, guys, have a great day. Make it a great day. Do something healthy and happy for you today. Go grab my book. I'll talk to you soon. Don't forget, check out my show on Real America's Voice, Sunday, 10 a.m. Eastern. Ted Nugent, Clay Clark, and Dr. Why am I having a brain fart? Jason Dean, Dr. Jason Dean. You're going to want to see his message, because he recently had a video that went viral. I reposted something that he said on Instagram. It might have been here on Facebook as well, but I have these blue glasses on. Everybody likes the blue glasses, but I reposted his message as well. So on the show on Sunday, Real America's Voice, I go into greater detail with him, ask him more questions. You're not going to want to miss that. All right, guys, have a great day. I will talk to you soon.